Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of this video of how to make a calculator. You're gonna go ahead and click create apps, and we are just gonna go right to what we were going to do last time, our projects. Okay, so let's go into our projects, and last time we worked on the little keyboard. So before we can get into the operator keys, we need to make some more variables. So I'm just going to duplicate this by right clicking it, and I'm going to change this to F2 for factor 2, and we're also going to need an operator variable. So I'm going to put in an O for operator. And instead of having this a number variable, you're going to change this to a text variable. Okay, now that is all done, let's get to work on the easiest button, the clear button. You are going to go down, click on the clear, and when clear dot click do. Wow, that is hard to say. Okay, so when clear dot click do, what we want to do with this is we are going to clear the output. We are going to set the text to something blank. So, or I want it to set my text to output whenever I clear it, and then we start typing in the numbers. It'll switch it from output to the numbers that you typed in. So it's completely the same. You can do whatever you want. You can type in nothing, so it won't say anything when you do a clear. You can type in put in a number. You can type in that. You can type in anything you want. I am going to do output. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we are going to want to set our variables to something. We are going to go into math, and we're going to change this to F1, and you can go ahead, duplicate this, and change it to F2. Put these together, and we are actually going to take them apart, and we're going to do it one more time. And instead of doing a number, we want this to actually be the text. We want it to be a text, and we're going to change this to our operator. And the reason why we're doing that is because a symbol such as plus, minus, times, or division is actually considered a text in appinventor. So after we have done that, we have actually done the whole entire clear button. So we are going to go. So now let's start working on the plus button. So now it's time to do the plus symbol. So we are going to locate our plus button, and when plus dot click do. So we want to do something a little bit complicated. So this is storing the output from the keypad in factor 1. So after we do this once, we want to do it twice after we click the operator button. So how are we going to change all of these to factors do? So actually we are not gonna do that. So we are actually going to switch it around. You can drag out set factor 2 to get factor 1. So now factor 2 equals factor 1. And then we can go ahead and set factor 1 to 0. So now that this is done, we moved factors 1 number to factor 2. So we're gonna have to remember we switched it around. So now next, I just want to clear what the output thing says, so it doesn't keep having numbers on it. So all you have to do is you're gonna drag out a text, and we are going to go to text and put this out. I want to set it to output. Output needs to be a capital O. Okay, and we are going to duplicate this a few times. So we're going to duplicate this 4 times because we have 4 operator buttons other than the equals button. So we are going to change this to minus. Change this one to times. Where's my times button? And change this one to divided by. So after we do that, it's pretty simple from here. So now so we forgot to do something in each one. We actually forgot to set the operator. So I'm gonna go to variables and I'm just gonna duplicate this a few times to put in each one and change them all to O for operator. So we are going to go into text and we're gonna get for text. And then we're just gonna put each one in. So now that we have each one in, we are gonna drag them right here in each one. So now we need to get the text to say something. I'm gonna get so you guys can see these a little bit better. Okay, so we are gonna type in for the plus one, we are gonna type in the plus key. Then the minus key, and then laptops don't have the times key, just type in an X. And for division, type in a slash because they also don't have the divided key. Okay, so it's now time to do the most complex key, is the equals key. This is what actually figures out all the equation. Do not worry, we will not have to type down every single question and all the single questions answer. We are just gonna access the tablets or whatever device you're using as memory to do that. So we're gonna drag out a when is .click do, and we are going to, and we're gonna drag in an if. So we're gonna drag in if then, and you're gonna click on the settings of it, and you're gonna drag in the else ifs. So now we have 4 slots and 4 of these. So we are going to go into logic, and we're not going to drag it in yet because we're going to duplicate this a few times. So how the equals button's going to work is we're going to be like if global O equals in text, we're going to say like plus. So if global O equals plus, then we know what equation we're going to do using factor 1 and factor 2. So how we do that is we are going to go to get global O, and then we're going to go to text, and we are going to change this to plus. So then you can go ahead, duplicate this by right-clicking it, hit duplicate. Let's change this to minus. Again, times is an X, and division is a slash. Let's drag this into each one. And there we have that. So now we need to actually get it to calculate the thing. So this is might actually be the easy part. All we have to do is set. We're going to drag out a set block from the output, and we're going to do text. So next, all we're going to have to do is we're going to have to set the output text to something when the equals button's clicked. So this is actually fairly simple. All we're going to have to do is drag out a plus 1. And then we're going to do, since we did reverse it, when we were doing the operators key, we were going to do F2 and F1, and we're going to put F2 in first because we reversed everything. So yes, I know it does not matter with plus, but that's just to help you stay on track a little bit. That was just an example, but it does matter with minus. So there is no arrow to, well, I'm aware doesn't really matter with plus and that stuff, but with sometimes, like with division, it matters. With division, it matters which one you do first. But with plus, it obviously doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get back to work. All you're gonna have to do is, let's drag out the get blocks, and we're just gonna throw away the plus. So the reason why we're doing that is there's no arrow here, so we can't change the plus or something. So we're gonna go back to math, and we're gonna drag out a minus. That's why it makes it a little bit difficult to clone these. And then, now let's duplicate these again, and we're gonna change this to times, and then the division key is also a slash. So I'll do that with you because this is the complex part. So you just take out this. And yes, I am aware my blocks are piling up all by the trash can because I didn't actually put them in. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to math and take the slash key, which is the division, and put that in. So now after we're done with this, this is the plus one. So right under that, we're gonna put in the one that says plus. And then it's pretty self-explanatory. We do that with minus and so on and so on. Okay, so now that that is done, we can go ahead and test out our calculator app. And as you can see, it is working perfectly. So that is the end of this. If you really liked me doing App Inventor, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to save this. Just go to my project, save project, and also, I'll do that right now. And also, if you want to download to the iPad, make sure you click the connect button, AI Companion, then go to the app on the tablet. That's App Inventor 2, or it might just be App Inventor 2.mit, something like App. Just type in App Inventor 2 on a tablet, on an Android device, and it will come up. Download that. Then when you open it up, click scan QR code, I believe it is, and then scan the code by clicking Connect AI Companion. It's right up there. And yeah, after you do that, you should be open to the app. And once you exit out with your home button, you're actually going to want to close the app completely. So, yep, that is the end of how to make a calculator. We covered everything in part 2. So, yeah, I'm ready for my next videos. So, make sure you subscribe to my channel, make sure you like the videos, and leave a comment if something's not working or something like that. So, goodbye, and I will see you later.